Hey, everybody. So tonight, the Supreme Court made a decision that is echoing louder than headlines right now, and louder than the headlines are going to be telling you. In a brief administrative order, the Supreme Court froze a lower judge's ruling that required the Trump administration to release full supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits, SNAP, food stamps, EBT. So 42 million Americans will be impacted in some way. Some people have said they have received their SNAP benefits, others see a pending status, and others have not received anything. Now, it sounds procedural, a temporary stay, they call it, right? Let's be clear on something. And I had to really sit back and think about this even after I announced the news, and I thought, does anybody not see what's wrong with this? Let's talk about what's really happening. Y'all, this is about food. Food. This is about dignity. This is about survival. So, for years, we've watched leaders play politics with people's livelihoods. We've seen it before. We're watching it in real time in so many different ways. I feel like I'm a cartoon. I feel like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? But this moment marks a chilling new chapter for me as I'm watching this. Now, I've watched and seen politics play out, but this one I've read about. This one I experienced as a Black woman and as a Black child. I experienced the racism, and I've seen what police will do to people of color. I've seen it. This is something I thought I would never see. It's no longer a debate about budgets or bureaucratic delays. It's an act of intentional neglect. See, when an administration fights in court to stop the distribution of food, let that sink in. To stop the distribution of food aid during a government shutdown, what message does that send? It says we see your hunger and we choose not to feed it. It says we'd rather argue in chambers than fill your refrigerator with the much needed food and nutrition that you need to live. And it says this ain't about money, it's about control. And while legal teams frame it as a constitutional matter, those of us who are in each one of these communities in the real world, y'all, this is a moral one. This is punishment for not being able to pay someone to pick your groceries up, for not being able to have the food that you want on your table, and you have to take pieces and put it together to feed your family. And you can say what you want, you can do what you want, and you can say, oh, well, I don't need it, and I didn't have to have it, and so forth. But there are those people who do. And so the Supreme Court stay means that families who began to see benefits trickle in today onto their accounts are now going to have to face another wall of uncertainty. Like, how long is this one going to take? Parents checking their EBT cards will see pending. Seniors on fixed incomes will ration what's left in their pantries, and children will sit down to smaller meals or eat at school and hope and pray by the time they get home there's something, or then none at all. This ain't about this is not theoretical. It's not political strategy. It's hunger. It's a cold, calculated pause button pressed on the most vulnerable that are among us. And I'm tripping out about it, like big time. And let's not sugarcoat it, okay? This has never happened in modern U.S. history. Not under Bush, not under Obama, not even under previous shutdowns. So save that. Go ahead and save it. We've entered uncharted territory where leadership looks away from the table while millions wait with empty plates. But this is leadership, isn't it? Uh-huh. Yeah. True leadership doesn't hide behind legal filings or budget lines. True leadership faces crisis with compassion. That's what happens. And you can't tell American people you love this country while starving its most needy citizens through red tape. You can't call it fiscal responsibility when it's moral irresponsibility, when billion-dollar corporations are not paying a livable wage to the people in the communities where their billion-dollar buildings sit. But that's another conversation for another day. The question we should all be asking is simple. When the hell does this stop? When do we draw the line between law and this absolute lunacy? When do we stop excusing cruelty as policy? Because make no mistake, this ain't about SNAP. This is about values. I know what some people are going to say. It's temporary. The courts are going to figure it out. But no, hunger doesn't wait for appeals. Hunger is happening right now. Hunger is happening in the next couple of days. Hunger never stops. And so here's the truth, folks. We can't wait either. We have to begin preparing now for the next election cycle for 2026. Yeah, I said it with my whole chest, and I got a lot of that. So see, for the moment, when accountability returns to the ballot box, that's going to be on us. Make a decision. Because grace is not weakness. Dignity is not passivity. Grace means standing tall even when the systems kneel on your back. I hope you felt that. Dignity means demanding better and loudly and without apology. It's time to stop watching history unfold and start rewriting it. Because just like certain things were written, the Heritage Foundation wrote this project plan, we too are authors. And it's time we picked up our pen. There is no more room to lie down. And please understand, I am not a recipient of any of these benefits. But I do know right from wrong. And there has to be change, and there will be change. It's time for the people to tell a different story. For more news and information that you can use, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living Magazine. We'll see you around.